Letty again with Living Life with Letty. And thank you so much for joining me again. And if it's your first time joining my channel, I just want to introduce myself quickly. My name is Letty, and I'm 67 years old, and I am transitioning into the van life, part-time, maybe full-time, I'm not sure yet. And I'm afflicted with rheumatoid arthritis, which presents a lot of challenges and a lot of limitations. And so my channel is about how my life in a van is going to be and how I'm going to deal with my limitations. One of the questions that I'm being asked by my family and by friends is, how am I going to be in a small van with all the limitations that I have? Well, that is a very, very good question, a question that I am asking myself as well. I know that a lot of people wonder, why is she even doing this? Well, I'm doing this because, first of all, I yearn to be out in nature. I think being out in nature is going to be a very healing thing for me. And the other thing that I am doing this for is because I want to become tough. I want to go out there and rough it and have not easy. My life is too easy right now. I have become too complacent with everything, and I don't have to reach for anything. I've got everything just where I want it in a very nice little neat orderly fashion. However, that is not gonna work out for me in the long run, because it's just making me weaker, and it's making me more disabled. It is presenting more limitations, and I just don't want this disease to win. I want to be able to control the disease, not have the disease control me. And up to now, I have been letting the disease control me. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. And then how I'm going to do it in the van, well, it's going to be hard. I've watched a lot of videos of a lot of women out there that tell you, it's not easy. It's not all, going and seeing beautiful scenery. And I understand that. And that's the reason why I'm going to do it, is because I want to be able to prove to myself that I still have some fortitude. I was always very adventurous. I always wanted to do things that were unconventional. And then when I became afflicted with this disease and I was diagnosed, my life changed, and it's changed forever. And now I am determined that I'm going to change my life back. The rheumatoid arthritis, it is a debilitating disease that affects the joints. The body attacks itself. It's an autoimmune disease, and it causes erosion in the joints, and therefore it causes deformity. My hands, as you can see, are deformed. They have been like this now and getting worse for the last 5 years. My feet are deformed as well, and my knees are getting deformed. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone that has rheumatoid arthritis gets deformity. Not everyone does. So please, if you have rheumatoid arthritis and if you've just been diagnosed, don't freak out, because doesn't happen to anybody. I just happen to be one of the unlucky ones that it happened to. This disease it just creeps up on you. I've had it for over 20 years. In the last 20 years, I've had good times, I've had bad times. In the last 3 or 4 years, I've had continuous flare-ups. I had a flare-up if I ate something that I shouldn't eat. I had a flare-up if the weather was wrong. I had a flare-up if I was stressed out. I had a flare-up if I became upset at something or someone. And it just seemed like it was a continuous, never-ending flare-up. And one day, I just couldn't take it anymore. One day, I was, laying in bed watching the videos, as I've mentioned in my other videos, and the Van Dweller Life videos. I just started watching them by accident, actually, and it was just amazing how, it just sparked an interest in me, and I kept saying, I can do that. I know I can do that. Even if I'm in pain, I can do that. Well, one thing led to another, and by the grace of the universe, I ended up with a van. And now I have my van. It is getting built. I'm getting floor and and I'm getting the bed and whatever else I need, and I'm buying things to put in it so that I can take off and get on the road and just go travel and be in nature and just have a wonderful time, because I have no doubt in my mind that I am going to have a wonderful time and that it's going to result in me getting better. I'm not saying that I'm going to be healed, because unfortunately the doctors and scientists still don't even know the cause of autoimmune diseases, and they don't have a cure for autoimmune disease, but there is a way to manage it. There is a way to manage it so that you can at least live a full, happy life. So, that being said, there is a lot of things that I do to manage my disease. And one of the things that I do is I meditate. I listen to guiding meditations on YouTube. I also listen to a lot of healing music. That's another video that I want to do on the healing music of the 520 megahertz, which is kind of proven, I guess, that it does help to heal the body. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but when you are afflicted with a disease like mine, you try whatever comes your way, and some things work, some things don't work, but you won't know unless you try. I have been, lucky that the disease really hasn't affected me completely. It did affect me. My bones are very brittle. I have lost 2 hips. I have 2 total hip replacements, and I have a shoulder replacement. And, some days my knees are probably going to go out and they're going to have to be replaced as well. But getting back to how do I plan to do this journey with all my limitations? Well, I have thought about that, and I already have a lot of things in place that I'm going to do so I can do things like my potty chair. I was struggling with, how am I going to go potty in the middle of the night? I don't want to have to get out and go in the woods or drive around a town finding a gas station. So a lot of the YouTubers that are van dwellers, and they have a porta potty, and usually what they use is a bucket, and they line it with a plastic bag, and then they do their business and they wrap the bag and they throw it away. That's fine, except for I can't squat. I cannot. If I squat, I can't get back up. So, but I solved that problem, and that'll be another video that I want to show you my porta potty and how it's gonna be. And I know a lot of people probably think she's crazy. No, it's part of the van dwelling life. It's part of being on the road. You need to have trade-offs, and my trade-off is going to be that I'm gonna have to go potty in a bucket, but I'm gonna be able to travel and go wherever I want and wake up to the most beautiful sceneries that I can imagine. So that's how I plan to do it. I'm also planning on, I don't have a refrigerator. I'm just going to have a cooler. So I'm going to have to eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables, because I'm not going to be able to buy a lot of things that need to be refrigerated, which is good because my body reacts very well to fresh fruits and vegetables. I was vegan for a while and I was doing great, and then, living at home and having all the comforts and all the things right there, I kind of gave up the vegan life. But I think that living on the move in a van is going to force me to think twice of what I'm eating. And that is the plan. And I'm also going to live outside the van. I'm not going to live in the van. So by living outside the van, it's going to force me to do more exercise, become more active, because the best medicine for this disease anyway, for me anyway, is exercise. Whenever I start to move and exercise, my pain decreases by a lot. It's just that it is hard because there are days that I'm hurting and to exercise hurts, but if I work through that pain, then I'm okay. So I have learned that, and it took me 20 years to learn that. And so please, I'm doing this video more. So if you have been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, if you know someone that has, Don't let them waste 20 years of their life before they realize that exercise is the best medicine. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not claiming to be any of those things. I'm just telling you from personal experience how I have managed my pain. And the biggest thing, number one, is exercise, and number two, it's mental. Change your mind, change your perspective, focus on something else. Don't just focus on your pain, because the more you focus on your pain, the more pain you will have. And I know it's easy to say, and I used to listen to people tell me this 10, 15, 20 years ago, and I used to, shake my head, and I thought that they were crazy. But no, they were right, and I'm doing it now, and I am proof that I'm not laying in bed all day anymore. I don't want to die anymore. I have energy. I am full of life, and I just want to do so much. And I've got this van project, and I can't wait until my van is done so I can hit the road. And hopefully you'll follow me on my travels. Well, this is so much. This is enough for today. I don't want to bore you. I do have a lot of other things that I want to bring up in my videos. And so for now, I want to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, please, if you want, consider subscribing and hitting like and the bell so that you will know when my next videos are posting. And I hope that you will follow me, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. And please post comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Ask any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer whatever questions you may have. So until the next time, thank you, and may the sun shine on you today and every day.